crushed when they fall down. Thankfully, those areas are rather short, and you should have no problem being able to duck and avoid the spikes. Once here, we have a few more planes to dodge. We grab the last 2 keys if you needed them, but you only need 6 to complete the stage, then jump up to the door and complete the level. Stage number 4, or Dream 4, takes place in the Night Sea. We start off with another character who was mentioned in stage number 2. He gives us a helpful hint about the hermit crabs. Jump into the water and easily grab the first key. While swimming underneath the water, you can avoid the first hermit crab that you see by bypassing it, and actually go into the bottom of the area and grab the second key. Use your candy to hit the fish and stun them for a couple of seconds so that you can get around them while swimming underwater. Sometimes, though, it's going to be almost impossible to get by some of those fish. Swim here through this cave in order to come out of it and get back on some land. Throw some candy to the frog, then jump up, being sure not to jump too high to avoid the spikes. Walk slowly across to grab the third key. With the frog suit, you swim rather quickly, but be careful that you don't end up swimming too fast or being reckless and dropping into any of the spikes on ceilings or grounds. Once here, come up to this area to go into another secret area of the stage. In here, you can grab an extra life, as well as some extra health, as well as the 4th of the keys. Switch out of the frog suit, and then throw some candy to the hermit crab at the bottom, and then jump on top of him. Go underneath the sand here in order to grab the 5th and final key of the stage. Untransform yourself from the hermit crab, and then you can either jump on land if you want, or easier, go underneath the water to avoid the large fish enemies. Travel up here, jump on land, and complete Dream number 4. Dream number 5 takes place in Nemo's house, and it's the most spread apart as far as the keys go so far. Travel up here and over to the left to get the first of the animal friends, a frog, in this level. Bounce off enemies' heads if you want to in order to defeat them, or try to go underneath of them while moving very slowly in the frog suit. Try to do your best to avoid the projectiles that the flying turtles drop. Fall down here, avoiding the bats if you can, and grab some extra health if you need it, or try to avoid the monkeys that are throwing dishes so that you can get down to this hole. Down here, untransform from your frog suit and head over to the left, falling down. Head over to the right first, avoiding the things as they're going to fall down, and grab the gecko. Head over to the left and grab some health if you need it, and then climb up the walls. Grab the extra life if you want to, as well as the first key of the stage. With the gecko still equipped, climb up this wall and jump over to the left side, untransform, and turn into the bee. Fly up, avoiding the monkeys once again throwing dishes, and grab the health this time if you didn't grab it the first time or need it now. In the bee form, you can throw out projectiles of your stinger, but it's a little bit hard to hit certain enemies. Fly up here, next to the chandelier, and grab the second key in the stage. Then, continue up to the actual attic of the level, flying up this gap. Avoid getting squashed as you make your way over these boxes. At the end of the area, you can grab some extra health, as well as the third key of the level. Once back down, head down the stairs now and head over to the left side of the level. Fly in between this gap in order to grab the next key. Fly upwards above this monkey in order to grab the fifth key, then head up to the attic between the gap. Work your way over to the left side and fly up this hole in the ceiling. In here, work your way over to the right, once again avoiding getting squashed while you work your way over the boxes in order to get to the right side of the level. Over here you'll run into a mouse. Give him some candy and jump on board, and you have now control of a mouse with a large hammer. Drop down, trying to avoid the turtle that's flying overhead dropping down enemies, and destroy its projectiles if you want to with your hammer weapon. Break down the blocks using your hammer to get by, then climb up here to grab the sixth key. Avoid going down there for now, head to the right, getting past the monkey in order to grab the seventh key. Once you have that in hand, it's now time to destroy this bricks and head down between the gap. It can be a little tricky because you're going to have to do a jump and attack in order to hit the blocks. With enough space made, transform out of the mouse form, then walk on top of the bed in order to complete dream number 5. Dream number 6 takes place in the ruined city in the sky. This level is a little bit tricky as we make our way through, and we have some more of those fluff balls that are going to try to drop on top of us and do damage. Work your way very slowly, working across the cloud platforms and buildings in order to get to this bee. Transform into it and then work your way up. Once you're on this cloud platform, you'll see that the screen will start to slowly scroll upwards. You're going to have to be relatively quick as you make your way between the platforms, so be sure you have enough flight left and you don't end up falling down into the gap. It may take a time or two to get the practice done of landing on the platforms and being able to immediately take off again so that you can avoid dying. Once the screen stops, start heading over to the right. Feed this gecko some candy, then transform into him, and work your way down here. Transform out of your gecko form, then jump over here to these cloud platforms. We now have to do the opposite of what we did in the previous part, by working our way down the cloud platforms. In case you're wondering though about keys at this point, All the keys of the stage are located right at the very end. Be careful while dropping down to the platforms, especially if you have one of the fuzz balls on screen as well, as that will slowly go down as well and you may accidentally get hit by it while you're jumping between platforms. Once you reach the bottom though, head over to the right, avoiding the snail and letting it fall into the gap. Continue over, go down the stairs to collect all the keys of the stage, and complete dream number 6. Dream number 7 is Topsy-Turvy, so the whole level is actually an upside-down world. Begin